Hello, this is the General, and we need to have a conversation. Today we have Otis again on the panel. Something that I need to address is there seems to be some issues going around among people who are prepared and those seeking preparation in terms of the Empire and the elite launching their major critical incidents, and I need to put something on this up front. I'm not using warning, urgent, or danger on my videos. If I see imminent danger, sustainable, I would use that. But what I'm going to talk about is some of you are looking for the time that the empire and the globalists, and there's only a very small number of them that know when they're going to launch the major critical incidents. I'm old school intel. Hear, see, sort. Hear, see, sort. And navigating through the darkness and the propaganda and the psych ops, as well as hearsay, is quite demanding of your time and your emotions. And what the feds have done since they have ascertained sustainable capabilities for the response. You see, anybody can start a wildfire in a critical incident. And when they're trying to bring the country down so they can enforce you with tyranny, socialism, communism, and abusive unconstitutional practices and use force and violence against you, it's about timing. We're on their time now. The feds have gone to a month-to-month reset. That's what my family's on. I am proposing to those of you that are willing to consider going month to month, and if nothing happens of a major critical incident and you don't hear the FEMA sirens and see the response plans and the executive orders enacted during that time, reset to the next month, and don't take this out of context. I'm not saying anything's fixing to happen today, but since the feds have sustainable capabilities for long-term enforcement of the executive orders and PD 51, that's what I'm saying. It's on their time. Enjoy your freedom and liberty while you still have it. It doesn't have to mean you are looking around your shoulder every time. If you're prepared for something you cannot stop, they have the power. We don't. You can have a decent life while you still have your freedom. They're trying to butcher the Constitution, no matter what the Obama-nites and the armchair keyboard commandos try to say. To hell with them. They have no power over me. I stand on the Constitution. And nobody's taking me off that, Obama and Rahm Emanuel and you other turds up in D.C. and globalists. I was born under the authority of the Constitution, and I'm a sovereign American, thank you. Let's get to moving here. In terms of the month-to-month reset, this can carry on. Hopefully we'll make it through March. Hopefully we'll make it through April. But when April starts, you start your month-to-month reset. Continue through May, June. Hopefully we'll make it through 2009. Hopefully we could make it through 2010. I'm not saying we will or will not. I don't want one of these knee-jerk reactions. You're in the pre-incident period. This is their language. I come out of that. I had been thrown in the middle of major critical incidents before they happened, or the resolution to contain them, and you never heard about them. And we weren't on 30-day when you were thrown into those fires. This has been since I've been on almost 4.5 years of extended medical leave. The feds had reviewed possible 3-day holidays. You may have seen something, if they still are considering that tactic and strategy. You have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of a federal holiday. That Tuesday may be hell for America. Just as an example, please, I'm not saying warning, warning, danger, danger. I'm giving you information that I saw on the books. I saw in the field when they actually wanted to prevent these horrible incidents. These are real-time confirmed. Wildfires, major critical incident, the financial and economy collapse. You already know that. Month-to-month reset. You know what hell is going to cause if and when the stage engineered economy collapse. It's going to take the world down with it. Civil unrest and civil disobedience, possibly rioting tea parties with violence. What do they keep telling you? It's what they're not telling you better be concerned about. Not living in fear. Hear, see, sort through the bullshit. Staged terrorist attacks in the United States. The engineered Mexican collapse of the internal war that's getting more bloodier and edging up to the border. If they allow that to cross the border, you're going to see wildfires that could include radiation capabilities and bio and bloodshed. War with Iran. The pressure for Obama to present compliance with Article 2 of the Constitution could set a wildfire. But it looks like they'd rather sweep it under the rug. The 10th Amendment momentum of the states affirming state sovereignty. Not succession, but it's making the feds nervous. More of you waking up, outspoken, demanding the Constitution be upheld, seeking accountability in D.C. See, there are more, but these are things you can look at, hear, see, and sort. And if you think the elite is going to stand up and announce, well, we're going to do this, and here's a time frame, you're waiting for something that won't arrive. I'm just touching the base right now of trying to make a point that you'll take what you know up to this point in your preparation, people. Checks and balances. My family's at peace. And yes, I'm drawing off my decades of service involved deep in the system and at a high command. I know up to a certain point what I've seen and what I gather and what I hear, see, sort. Try the month to month. There will come, as we get closer to the pre-incident period closing, major critical incident, bam, bam. You will know when you have to contract from month to month for 2-week intervals or week to week. And by the time it reaches that, you're going to know that it's going to happen to some degree. You still don't have to panic if you're prepared and have your response. That's what they don't want you to have. They want to disarm you with the Bill of Rights. They want to disarm your freedom. And they're coming after your Second Amendment, which will attack the Fourth Amendment, the First Amendment, and the 10th being your sovereignty and others. It's systematic, people. Just remember, this is not a United States problem. It involves North America too, especially with Mexico collapsing, and they're letting it, and they're egging it on. The rest of the world is under financial distress, political and social distress. We've already had nations collapse and experiencing the rioting. And if you don't think the elite are behind this, then don't listen to me and don't waste my time. I have postgraduate degrees, including doctoral, and I worked in the field. I don't jump to conclusions. I don't deal in hearsay. And I stood in the feet. My feet have stood in the blood of the slaughtered. I come out of a world of death and destruction for decades. I don't let it consume me. My preparation, my response plans, and my faith and old school works for me. I don't depend on high tech. I can't tell you what to do. And I will respect your decisions and how you take your family further into this. We can still have an semblance of a life until this happens. My family's going to dinner after we get through making this. But we also have there's part of me taking information in without distress because of the preparation, the knowledge, and the understanding of the system. And as always, Otis, come here. Otis extends, and so do I, my family, to each of you, safety, peace, and comfort for your family and your continued preparation and your response for when this happens. No person except those deep insiders actually know. That's what Otis believes too. Don't believe an old English bulldog, but maybe you'll listen to me. Thank you. Stay safe.